Welcome to the Weekday Report for Thursday, July 11th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. A proposal to lower elementary class sizes by hiring 34 teachers will go before the Kenosha Unified School Board later this month. The plan, which would cost roughly $3.2 million, was backed by the district's finance committee earlier this week. It calls for lowering class sizes from a student-teacher ratio of 27:1 to 25:1. The Silver Lake Village Board engaged in more heated debate Wednesday night over the future of emergency medical services for residents. The board was set to review proposals from Silver Lake Rescue Squad Incorporated and two other providers, but trustees adjourned abruptly with no signs of consensus after nearly 2 hours of discussion. The debate could continue next week. John Kadovich has an update from the scene of a fatal fire in April. Here's his report.
A fire in the house behind me killed a woman back in April. Officials are now saying that the cause of the fire cannot be determined. Theonita Cox, Kenosha Fire Department Assistant Division Chief, said there were no other factors that could be identified as the reason for the fire. The woman who died, 67-year-old Dorothy Vines, was taken to a Milwaukee area hospital for treatment of second and third degree burns. Officials said she had been trapped in the house at 6316 28th Avenue when the blaze broke out about 9 a.m. on April 24. Firefighters arrived to see heavy smoke and flames in the upper level of the home. Neighbors near the burning house were evacuated as a precaution. The house was a total loss. Vines had come to live at the house with her daughter and her daughter's family. The younger woman said her mother had become ill several months before and that her medication made her drowsy. I'm John Kadovich, reporting for the Kenosha News.
Thanks, John. A father and son have been charged with molesting the same young girl over several months in 2005. 50-year-old Ronald Pullen of Lake Villa, Illinois, is charged with repeated sexual assault of a child. His son, 23-year-old Jason Pullen, has been charged with sexual assault of a child under the age of 13. He was 16 at the time. The girl, now 11, said the assaults happened when she was between 3 and 4 years old, when her family lived in Trevor. Each faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted. A 1,000-pound steel sculpture that stood for 3 years in Kenosha's Union Park was carted off and hauled away Wednesday. The piece, named Full Sail, was sold by its creator, Bristol artist Bruce Nemi. Lemon Street Gallery is now accepting applications for a new work to assume the spot in Union Park. Food Folks and Spokes returns to downtown Kenosha on Friday. The annual event, staged by the Kenosha YMCA, includes a full day of Intelligentsia Cup Prairie State Cycling Series races around Library Park and an array of food vendors and entertainment offerings within the park. The event, now in its 23rd year, is the area's longest-running alcohol-free family festival. What's trending today? The defense rested its case Wednesday in the second-degree murder trial of George Zimmerman, the Florida Neighborhood Watch volunteer who claims he shot unarmed Trayvon Martin in self-defense last year. Police leaders in Florida say they're on guard for mass protests or civil unrest if Zimmerman is acquitted. Do you believe people will take to the streets if Zimmerman's not convicted? Weigh in on our Facebook page. Up next are Brian Sharkey and Liz Snyder with some get-out entertainment ideas.
Hi, I'm Brian Sharkey.
And I'm Liz Snyder with your entertainment news. This is a very busy weekend with Bristol Progress Days, a church festival, and Second Saturday events.
That's right. Bristol Progress Days opens Friday with a banquet and the crowning of Miss Bristol.
The festival features a carnival, sports tournaments, and live music. And on Sunday is the parade, lots of candy at this one, and a fireworks show.
They're back. And Mount Carmel's Church Festival is Friday through Sunday in Columbus Park, featuring food, music, and games all weekend.
Second Saturday in downtown Kenosha will include a pop-up art show with works by 3 comic strip creators.
This art gallery will only be open from 4 to 9 p.m. Saturday in the former downtown Walgreens building.
And on July 18th, Country Thunder opens for 4 days at Shadow Hill Ranch in Twin Lakes.
Headliners include Dierks Bentley, Keith Urban, and Brad Paisley. The show is sold out, though, so you need to buy tickets on the dreaded secondary market.
And be careful for fraud out there.
There is a lot of that.
Movies opening this weekend include the robot thriller Pacific Rim and the raunchy comedy Grown Ups 2.
For all these stories, plus a look at an Anderson Arts Center photography show, see Friday's Get Out Entertainment section. I'm Brian Sharkey.
I'm Liz Snyder.
Get out and have some fun.
Thanks, Brian and Liz. Now here are a couple of stories we're working on. Funeral services will be held this evening for Tony Rose, a former Beach Park, Illinois man who was killed while fighting the wildfires in Arizona last month. Bill Guida will be there. And Bill has this week's Fix-It look at a messy problem in the Lincoln Park Lagoon. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.